Let's get started with our first news. Jon Jones has finally responded to Alex Pereira, and the internet is on fire over it. The whole thing started when Alex posted a video from a tire shop he used to work at. It was meant to be a throwback, a humble reminder of where he came from. But fans immediately noticed something strange in the background. Written on one of the tires were the words, "Next Jones." That one detail set everything off. People took it as a message, a warning, maybe even a challenge aimed directly at Jon. It didn't take long for Jon to see it, and when he did, he decided not to stay quiet. He responded with his own video, calm, confident, and very calculated. Jon said he has already beaten a lot of legends from Alex's country. He made it clear that he understands why Alex would want to avenge those guys, and he didn't sound scared of the idea at all. In fact, he flipped the script completely. Jon said that Alex would actually be a great name to add to his list. Not as a rival, not as a threat, but as another trophy. Then Jon dropped the line that really stuck. He told Alex to be careful what he wishes for. Not in a loud or aggressive way, but in that cold, controlled tone that makes it hit even harder. It wasn't hype, it wasn't trash talk. It was confidence built on years of dominance. Now fans are losing their minds over this. Some see it as respect. Others see it as a warning. But one thing is clear. If these two ever share the cage, it wouldn't just be a fight. It would be a moment. And right now, the tension is only getting bigger. Move on to another news. Tom Aspinall has been breaking down Justin Gaethje's fight style ahead of UFC 324, and the way he explains it is perfect for understanding why Justin is such a dangerous and unpredictable fighter. Tom says the funny thing about Justin is that he actually has all the skills in the world, but he almost chooses not to use them. He laughs about it because instead of being technical all the time, Justin just gets in there and has a scrap. And that is exactly why fans love him. They are both predominantly orthodox fighters, but Justin brings a level of chaos that most people just cannot deal with. One of Tom's favorite techniques that Justin uses is the calf kick, but not the regular kind. Justin doesn't just tap the leg. He uses what Tom calls the running, soccer ball-style calf kick. He'll start from way out, take a step in, and absolutely blast the leg with full force. It's not just about damage, it's about sending a message. But the scary part is that the calf kick is only one piece of the puzzle. Justin can do everything really, really well. He's a wrestler by trade, but he rarely leans on it. Instead, he comes forward with massive hooks, big uppercuts, and heavy overhands. Then, right when you think you're safe, he'll throw that old school running chop of a kick again, and you feel it in your bones. Tom points out how both of Justin's feet are usually facing forward when he does this. He literally runs in at full speed before he kicks. There is absolutely no regard for his own leg health at all. None. He's not worried about checking kicks, counters, or even breaking his own leg. He just goes for it. Tom watches the footage and you can hear the shock in his voice. He's like, "Whoa, geez." Justin isn't bothered. He'll destroy your leg even if it means hurting himself in the process. That's what makes him so terrifying. He doesn't fight safe. He fights to break people. And when someone like that walks towards you with no fear, no hesitation, and no breaks, you're not just in a fight, you're in a war. Move on to another news. Arman is back in the gym, and he's working closely again with Sam Calavita, pushing his body and his mindset to the limit. The energy in the room is intense. You can feel it. This isn't just a light session. This is about rebuilding, sharpening, and proving something. Arman talks about how they've put in a lot of time, and more importantly, they've done things the right way. There was a point where his knees were completely messed up. Not just sore, not just tired, but really compromised. So they changed things. They adjusted the training. They fixed what needed fixing. Now he says he feels good, he's healthy, he's strong, and today, he's locked in. He's in the gym, coffee in hand, ready to work. The session starts heating up fast. Sam is on him, yelling encouragement and pressure at the same time. Let's go, push it, 300, we're hungry. Everyone laughs, but the message is clear. This isn't about comfort. This is about hunger. This is about wanting more. Arman is on the machine, hands moving fast, lungs burning, heart pounding. Sam is counting. 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, come on. Hands fast, go, 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 go. The pace is insane. Arman digs deep. He doesn't slow down, he doesn't complain, he just goes. Come on, get it. There you go. 30 seconds. It's going to be close. You can hear the urgency. Every second matters. Right now, he needs that last push. You need 1.0. Go, 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 go. Arman is shaking, but he keeps moving. Don't move them. Go, 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 go. 15 seconds. Go. At this point, it's pure willpower. His body is screaming to stop, but his mind says no. He keeps firing. He keeps grinding. He keeps pushing until the final second hits. This is what people don't always see. Not the lights, not the cameras, not the fight night walk. This is the real work. This is where confidence is built. This is where durability is forged. Arman isn't just training. He's reminding himself who he is. He's back, he's healthy, and he's hungrier than ever. Move on to another news. Demetrious Johnson has been breaking down exactly how Alexander Volkanovski can defeat Diego Lopez once again, and the details are pure gold. The two are set to rematch at UFC 325 at the end of this month, and according to Demetrious, the blueprint is already there. Volk doesn't need to reinvent himself. He just needs to do what he did the first time, but even sharper. Demetrious explains that when you watch Volk's last fight, he did a really good job managing distance and angles. Diego Lopez is an orthodox fighter, while Volk is comfortable switching and moving in and out of range. But the key detail is how Volk dealt with Diego's power side. Instead of stepping into the danger, Volk consistently moved away from the power shot. A lot of fighters make the mistake of showing their hand and then stepping straight into the opponent's best weapon. That's where they get clipped. Volk didn't do that. He would show, feint, and then slide off to the outside. Every time Diego threw something big, Volk was already gone. Diego had to turn, reset, and chase. That put him a step behind every single time. Demetrious says he wants to see Volk continue doing the same thing. Keep circling to the inside. Keep firing from that angle. Keep throwing the high kick. Keep making Diego turn. Because if Volk gets the jump first, he's always in the better position. He's already lined up to land clean, while Diego has to rotate his whole body just to face him. That split second is everything. In a fight at this level, that's where shots land. That's where damage happens. Volk isn't just moving for movement's sake. He's moving to create moments. Moments where Diego is late. Moments where Volk is first. Moments where the right hand is already flying before Diego even sees it. Demetrious makes it clear. If Volk keeps stepping off, keeps beating Diego to the angle, and keeps firing from positions where Diego has to turn and react, the fight starts to tilt in his favor again. It's not about being flashy. It's about being smart. This is high-level MMA chess. Footwork, timing, angles, pressure without recklessness. If Volk sticks to that game, he's not just surviving out there. He's controlling the entire fight. And when Volk is in control, that's when he's at his most dangerous. Move on to another news. Joe Pyfer has been previewing his upcoming fight against Israel Adesanya at UFC Seattle, and he made one thing very clear. Respect does not mean hesitation. Since the fight was announced, both guys have shown mutual respect, and some fans started wondering if Joe might be gun-shy inside the cage. He shut that idea down immediately. Joe said straight up, "When you're in there, you're trying to take my head off, and I'm trying to take yours off too." He made it clear that he respects Israel as a man and as a fighter, but once that cage door closes, all of that changes. At that point, Israel is trying to take something from him, and Joe is not giving it up for free. He said he's not afraid to swing big. When he throws, he's throwing with bad intentions. He's not in there to touch gloves and play games. He's not here to have a friendly technical sparring match. He's there to cause chaos. He said he loves to fight. He loves to brawl, and he loves to bang. That's who he is. Joe explained that it would actually be disrespectful for him to go in there and act like they're best friends. They're not. He just has healthy respect for everything Israel has accomplished. He believes in himself. He believes he can knock Israel out. He believes he can grapple him. He believes he can show his full skill set in this fight. But he's not going to talk reckless just for hype. He also said the moment isn't too big for him. Pressure doesn't scare him. In fact, he says he eats pressure. He's already fought in big spots. He's been on major cards. He's been in front of huge crowds. The only difference now is that he's the last fight of the night. Everything else is just noise. To Joe, Israel is still just a man with a heart, lungs, and air to breathe. He doesn't care about records when the cage door closes. He said it perfectly. No matter what Israel's record is, when they stand across from each other, it's 0-0. Joe made it clear he won't be gun-shy. He won't hesitate. He won't freeze. He's going out there to take this. Not politely, not safely, but with full intent to win. This isn't about fear. This isn't about nerves. This is about hunger, pressure, and going straight into the fire. Move on to another news. Justin Gaethje says Arman has nobody to blame but himself for being passed over for a lightweight title shot. According to Justin, Arman is probably one of the most deserving guys in the division based on skill. But deserving doesn't always mean you get the opportunity. What matters at the highest level is trust, timing, and reliability. Justin explained that Arman was lined up to fight for the belt before, and then everything fell apart the night before the fight. He pulled out. Whether it was because he couldn't make weight or something else happened behind the scenes, nobody really knows the full story. And Justin admits that none of us are truly privy to exactly what went on. But what he does know is this. Pulling out that late does not make the UFC happy. If it's a serious injury, that's one thing. There's nothing anyone can do about that. But if you're being promoted for a massive fight, and then you miss weight or can't go through with it at the last second, that's a huge problem. At this level, you just can't do that. The UFC puts in a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of resources to build these fights. When someone messes that up, they're going to be pissed. Justin also brought up the incident with Dan Hooker on the scale. That headbutt risked blowing up another fight the day before a major event. Again, the promotion had already invested everything into making that matchup happen. That kind of behavior adds another layer of risk, and big companies don't like risk. He said if you're running a massive organization, why would you take a chance on someone who has already caused problems right before huge fights? Especially when it's the first fight on a new platform with even more pressure and expectations attached. From a business perspective, it makes sense why they went another direction. Justin made it clear. If it wasn't him and Patty, it probably would have been him and Arman. But because of everything that happened, the timing just didn't line up. In Justin's eyes, this is why Arman got passed over. Not because of his talent, not because of his potential, but because at the very top, one mistake can change everything. And in this sport, when trust is broken, it takes a long time to earn it back. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev has his eyes on a new challenge, and this time it's at welterweight. He's interested in defending his title against Michael Morales, and the way this whole situation started is wild. Islam noticed that on Topology, a loss was suddenly added to Morales' record last week. Then, just as fast, it was removed, and his record went back to undefeated. Islam talked about it in an interview with Match TV, and he didn't hide his confusion. He said that a few days ago, Morales was listed as defeated, but today he's undefeated again. Islam said he doesn't even know how they removed it. He remembers watching the footage where Morales clearly got choked out in a cage fight. Then later, they announced that the bout was actually an exhibition match. That explanation didn't sit right with him at all. In Islam's mind, a choke is a choke. If you tap, you tap. Exhibition or not, you still went to sleep. So when he heard they erased it from the record, he basically laughed it off. Islam said if that's how they're going to play it, then Morales needs to be choked out again. And this time, it won't be an exhibition. It'll be for real. He wasn't trash talking for no reason. He was making a statement. He's not impressed by padded records or technicalities. He wants real fights against real opponents. What makes this even more interesting is that Islam is completely calm about it. No hype, no yelling, just quiet confidence. He sees Morales as undefeated on paper, but not untouchable in reality. If this fight actually happens, it's not just a title defense, it's a message. Islam isn't interested in names, numbers, or perfect records. He's interested in control, dominance, and proving who really belongs at the top. And when he talks about choking someone out again, you know he's not joking.